Hi guys, and welcome back to Flow Water Wellness. We're so happy that you're here with us again today for another educational video focusing on molecular hydrogen and its benefits. But more specifically, today we're going to actually dive into molecular hydrogen and brain health. So as you can probably imagine, when we're talking about brain health, we're not just focusing on one element. This can range from general brain health to brain injuries, brain disease, and our general everyday cognitive function. So this topic is extensive, so we're just going to keep it short and sweet and give you all the facts around molecular hydrogen and brain health, as the brain is an immensely complicated organ. And so we will be discussing this area in parts. Okay. So, part one or section one of this video, we're going to be addressing the benefits of hydrogen on general brain health. And we will have learned from our previous video, which I will link here at the top for anyone who has not yet watched our first video. We were looking at the difference between alkaline and alkalized water, and why there are more and more studies showing that there are so many benefits to consuming alkalized water, which is generally water that's gone through a process of ionization and electrolysis. Okay, so why is this relevant to brain health? Well, molecular hydrogen is the smallest molecule on the periodic table. And why is this important? Well, being so small, it's able to diffuse across our blood-brain barrier, which basically means it's able to get into our cells and across our blood-brain barrier without the need for a carrier. So this is really important when we're thinking about molecular hydrogen. So now you're maybe thinking, what is the blood-brain barrier? And again, it's a very extensive topic, so here we're just going to deliver the facts that are relevant with molecular hydrogen. So, the blood-brain barrier is basically what protects our cells and what will protect your brain. It's ultimately the gatekeeper, so it basically regulates what's allowed in and what goes out. And that's how a healthy functioning of a blood-brain barrier would work. So it's able to recognize, and it should be able to keep out toxins and viruses and bacteria and things like that. However, alterations and damage to our blood-brain barrier is when we start to see things like disease and virus and things like that that may affect our overall brain function. That feeling of when people say, I have so much brain fog, I constantly have brain fog, I can't concentrate. Well, 9 times out of 10, this is probably because we are impaired somewhat within our function. And so we really want to be achieving the goal of keeping toxins out of our blood-brain barrier, as this will eventually inhibit vital nutrients that are necessary to sustain life. So, various human studies have now shown that hydrogen, specifically molecular hydrogen and hydrogen gas, can improve neurological functioning. So it does this by attenuating the blood-brain barrier disruption, and it sends it in another direction. So hydrogen here is playing a huge role in reducing oxidative stress. Now we are going to deliver a separate specific video on oxidative stress, as again, this is a huge topic, but I just want to give you a little bit of a download as to what oxidative stress is, and again, why it's so relevant when we're talking about molecular hydrogen. So when we're considering brain health, oxidative stress is something really important to consider, because as we are aware, or you may not be aware, our brain is probably our most vulnerable organ, and it's very susceptible to reactive oxygen species and oxidative stress. So even in healthy individuals, if you take care of yourself, you're healthy, factors like aging, job stress, cognitive overload from work, this all triggers oxidative stress within our brain. So you don't necessarily have to be unhealthy or have suffered some brain injury or disease. Everyday people now we are starting to see are overburdened with stress, which causes poor cognitive function. So what can we do to mitigate this? Molecular hydrogen. This is where molecular hydrogen comes in, because again, I will go into detail in a further video, but it is able to mitigate oxidative stress by loaning an electron and diffusing it out of our body. So it really just brings our body, our brain, our most vital organs back into homeostasis, which is really important and what we want to achieve as a long-term health goal. So, much of the science today is now suggesting that consuming molecular hydrogen is of a real benefit and can reduce the risk of a lot of lifestyle-related oxidative stress within our brain. Therefore, it's suggesting it has really strong potential to have neuroprotective effects against our brain health, and it will suppress any inflammation. So this is just incredible, especially when we are looking at things like brain injuries that can be, from sports or, an unexpected injury. We really want to be looking at how we can address this within our own lifestyle. So this is really important. We personally at Flow Water Wellness, we do believe that molecular hydrogen is the future of our drinking water. And we're always so happy to present you with educational information around these topics. And as always, if you do enjoy receiving this information on a regular basis, please like and subscribe our channel, as it really will help us to continue to share the information to the people who need to receive it the most. But until then, please feel free also, you can follow us on Instagram at Flow Water Wellness. And if you have any further questions, please drop them in the comments box below. But yeah, thank you so much for being here today. We hope that you really learned something about molecular hydrogen and brain health and how the two can really go hand in hand to achieving overall health. We'll see you next time. Bye.